Little People Big World star Tori and Zach Roloff finally big car accident share announcement right now. Jackson Roloff finally emergency surgery hospitalized. Lila Roloff very ill. Zach Roloff right now money problem. Mad don't hey. Because Karen Chandler divorce announcement today. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Reality Gossip. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Today, we're diving into the world of the Roloff family, specifically focusing on Tori and Zach Roloff, who recently made headlines with a big announcement regarding a car accident. So, grab your snacks and let's get right into it. The Roloff family has been a beloved part of the reality TV landscape since Little People, Big World first aired. Known for their warmth, love, and resilience, Tori and Zach Roloff have always managed to keep their fans engaged on social media. However, things took a shocking turn recently when Tori shared an announcement regarding a serious car accident. On insert date, Tori took to her Instagram to share a heartfelt message with her followers. In her post, she revealed the details of the accident that left many fans worried. Let's take a look at what she said. Here's what Tori wrote. Life can change in a split second. We were in a car accident yesterday, and we're so grateful to be safe. It was a terrifying experience. Just wanted to let you all know we're okay. Those words brought relief to many, but the concern was palpable. Car accidents can be incredibly scary, and it's clear that this incident shook them to the core. So, what exactly happened during the accident? The details are still emerging, and it's essential to approach the topic with care and respect for the family's privacy. Early reports suggest that Tori and Zach were traveling with their children when the mishap occurred. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported, but we know just how traumatic such incidents can be. To provide some insight into the psychological impact of car accidents, we spoke with Expert Name, a professional in trauma and recovery. Here's what they had to say. Car accidents can be very frightening experiences, even when everyone walks away unharmed. The fear associated with such events can linger, and it's crucial for individuals to process their emotions, talk about their experiences, and seek support if needed. Thank you to Expert Name for shedding light on this crucial topic. It's a reminder that while physical injuries might heal, mental health is equally essential and often overlooked. Seeing Tori and Zach go through this ordeal can resonate with many fans who have faced similar situations. Fans have watched Tori and Zach's journey since they first met. Their love story, their marriage, and becoming parents have all been shared so openly on social media. Their resilience shines through in every post, and the love for their children is evident. Moments like these remind us how precious family time is. The outpouring of support from fans has been incredible. In the comments of Tori's post, messages of love and concern flooded in. Community members expressed relief and shared similar experiences, creating a sense of solidarity. The Roloff family has always been connected to their fans, and this incident only reinforced that bond. Facing any kind of trauma can alter family dynamics. For Tori and Zach, navigating this experience with their children is vital. They are known for prioritizing their children's emotional well-being, and it will be interesting to see how they approach the situation and share it with their audience. This situation highlights the importance of safety on the road. Car accidents can happen to anyone, and it's crucial to remind ourselves to drive carefully and be mindful. Always buckle up, avoid distractions, and ensure your vehicle is in good condition. We want everyone to stay safe. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's all send our positive thoughts to Tori, Zach, and their little ones. They've been an inspiring family through their triumphs and challenges. We'll keep you updated as more details emerge, and we encourage you to leave your love and support for the Roloffs in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more updates on your favorite reality stars. Have you been following the Roloff family's journey? What are your thoughts on Tori and Zach's recent announcement? Share in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay positive, and take care of each other. Zach Roloff was driving home from a late evening at his workshop. He and Tori had just wrapped up an outdoor build project in their battleground, Washington driveway. The sky was dark and the roads slick from light rain. Their vehicle was a family SUV, worn but well cared for. Tori sat beside him, scrolling through photos of their 3 kids from earlier in the day. They talked quietly about weekend plans and whether Jackson had asked to help ride in the trailer behind the tractor at the next family gathering. On a slick curve half a mile from home, Zach rounded the bend cautiously, but the SUV hit a patch of standing water. The back end lost traction. Tori gasped as the tires spun, and the vehicle began to fishtail. Zach fought the steering wheel, tension flashing in his jaw as headlights from an oncoming car shot into the windshield. The SUV skidded across the lane and struck the opposite guardrail, jarring them both violently. The airbags deployed with a thunderous pop, pushing them inward. The impact rattled their bones. The car came to rest facing sideways across the lane. Tori sat still for a few seconds, her head throbbing, ear buzzing, heart pounding. She unbuckled and turned to Zach, whose face was pressed against the airbag. "Zach," she called softly. He groaned and lifted a hand, knocking the sun visor loose. Blood trickled from a small cut on his forehead. He managed a shaky laugh. "I think I'm okay," he said, voice rough. He unbuckled and turned the engine off. Heavy rain drummed on the roof. Zach shouted to Tori, "Are you hurt?" Tears filled her eyes, but she nodded. Her cheek was stinging. She shifted and saw a bruise blossoming under her temple. She touched it, gasped. They climbed out of the wrecked SUV. Crumpled metal, deployed airbags, cracked windshield. It was their only vehicle. Zach called 911. Within minutes, sirens wailed. An ambulance arrived, followed by sheriff and fire rescue. The paramedics checked their vitals. Both were shaken but conscious. Zach had a mild concussion and whisker cracks formed at his temple. Tori suffered a hairline skull fracture and a deep bruise over her left eye. They were loaded into the ambulance straight from the side of the rain-soaked road, the SUV hazard lights blinking in the dark. At Peace Health Southwest Medical Center, they were admitted immediately. Tori was stabilized first. The CT scan revealed a non-displaced skull fracture and a mild intracranial bleed, something the neurosurgeon called concerning but manageable. She was admitted to the neuro ward under observation. Zach was sent for x-rays and a head CT. He'd suffered a minor concussion and a fractured right wrist. He wore a brace and was told to rest and avoid strenuous activity. Tori lay on the hospital bed, rain still drumming on the window. The monitor beeped periodically. She heard the muffled footsteps of nurses. Her phone buzzed. A group chat lit up. Jackson asked, "Where are you, Mommy?" Lila and Josiah sent emojis. Tori's chest tightened. She texted back, "Mommy is safe. We'll be home soon." She held the phone close, heart clenching. Zach, in the adjacent room, stared blankly at the ceiling. He thought of their workshop, the toys scattered, their plans being derailed. He thought of their kids waking up Wednesday morning and finding their parents gone. He pressed the call button. A nurse came in, checked pain levels, gave meds. Late into the night, hospital lights dimmed but never went out. Doctors checked on Tori's bleed, stable, not worsening. By morning, she was alert. Zach came in on crutches, wearing a sling for his wrist. He carried a handmade get-well card from the kids. Tori managed a weak laugh. They spent the day resting, talking through tears about what had happened. They realized how close they'd come to tragic consequences. They made silent vows to slow down, be safe, be present. Over the next week, they both improved. Tori walked laps in the hallway, practicing balance. Zach regained strength in his wrist. The staff praised their progress. Friends and family visited. Matt Roloff showed up midday with coffee. Zach's mother-in-law brought blankets. His sister Audrey came with lilac buds from her garden. Messages streamed in from fans, well-wishers, extended family. They promised support. At home, their family ecosystem had rallied. Producers from their podcast offered to postpone recording. Jackson stayed with grandparents during the emergency. A neighbor delivered dinner. A friend kept checking in. Photos circulated of the SUV being towed away and replaced with a rental. After 5 days, Tori was discharged with an appointment to revisit the neurology clinic. She had to avoid screen time and limit movement. Zach came home later that evening. They arrived to their living room, quiet, their children asleep upstairs. The house smelled like clean sheets. Tori looked around, tears in her eyes. "We're home," she whispered. Zach wore a makeshift sling around his wrist. Over the following weeks, their recovery became a family affair. Parenting roles shifted. Zach took mornings. Tori handled evenings when kids woke. Weekends were for rest. Physical therapy began. Tori did balance drills, Zach began wrist exercises. Their therapist emphasized caution, but admired their commitment. They also addressed the hidden emotional toll. Neither had considered how traumatic the crash would feel. Tori cried during a session, admitting she feared losing Zach. Zach confessed he'd replayed the scene at night, worrying he hadn't braked sooner. They joined a survivors support group online. They shared, listened, understood. Their social media was quiet for months. But every few days they posted together, photos from their recovery walks in the backyard, laughter over milkshakes, hugs under blankets. Gradually, joy returned. A video of Jackson holding his mother's hand as she attempted 20 steps in the hallway. Another of Zach teaching Lila how to lace shoes. Followers wrote, "So glad you're both okay. Take your time. Family first." 3 months after the accident, they held a small backyard gathering. A barbecue with grandparents, siblings, neighbors. The sun warmed the new deck boards. Tori wore sunglasses over her healing bruise. Zach wore a wrist guard sleeve. They toasted lemonade. They spoke of gratitude. They reflected on vulnerability, resilience, community. Their kids laughed, played tag, chased chickens. Life was returning to normal, though subtly changed and more precious. In time, the Roloff family filmed a segment for their podcast, "Slow Down, Give Grace, Hold Each Other Tight." Tori spoke bravely about preventing accidents, wearing safety belts, checking vehicle tread, driving slowly in rain. Zach shared about checking road conditions, maintaining tire pressure, trusting instinct. Their SUV was gone. Insurance covered damages. They replaced it with a newer, safer model, more airbags, stability control, emergency braking. The mechanic's report said chassis repair, windshield replacement, sensor recalibration. A reminder of vulnerability, a symbol of renewal. Over the next 6 months, they resumed normal routines. Weekend workshops, school pickups, cooking at night, calls over farm plans. The accident remained a turning point. They stopped saying they were too busy. They prioritized rest. They paused ambitious build projects for the rainy months. They scheduled evening family walks. They established a monthly no-screen night. Public appearances remained modest. A charity event where Tori greeted people with bracelets that said Survivor's Strength in teal. A daytime conference about mental health after trauma where Zach spoke. Their message was practical. Take care of each other, watch the roads, seek help when shaken. The platform once used for recipes and parenting shifted briefly to safety and healing. Friends say the accident brought them closer. They laugh differently now. They whisper catchphrases like "brace for the curve" when they start to argue. They check their seat belts obsessively. Their love is quieter but deeper. Fans notice the transformation. The comments read, "This is real life. Thank you for being open. So glad Tori is okay." Some called the event a wake-up call. Others praised their resilience. In private moments, their nights were quieter. Tori returned to rounds of insomnia, but Zach held her quietly, reminding her to use the breathing app. Zach's wrist still ached, but he slept curled around her shoulder. They nodded at each other each morning. 2 survivors, 2 parents, 2 hearts more aware than ever. A year later, they stood on a viewing deck at Roloff Farms. The sky sprawling, golden at dusk. Their hands found each other. Cars rolled through pumpkin season. Tourists paused to take pictures. Their SUV, now a memory, was gone. But their story remained, a reminder of fragility, of love tested by fear, of hope repaired through community and time. They walked back toward the barn, children skipping ahead. They stopped at the curve in the driveway. Zach held Tori and whispered, "We made it." She nodded, pressing her head to his chest. No words, just what was felt. Karen Chandler made a quiet post to her social media page late Tuesday evening. The caption was short. It read, "Some changes in life are necessary. Matt and I have decided to go our separate ways. We are no longer together." The comment section filled instantly. Fans of the Roloff family and longtime viewers of Little People, Big World were surprised. Many said they did not expect the announcement. Some said they had seen it coming. Karen and Matt Roloff had been together for several years. She worked on Roloff Farms for a long time before dating Matt. After his divorce from Amy Roloff, Matt began spending more time with Karen. The two were public about their relationship by 2017. Their romance grew during the later seasons of the show. Viewers saw them travel, build projects together, and discuss long-term plans. Karen supported Matt through major changes, including health issues and family disagreements. In April 2023, Matt proposed to Karen. She accepted. They said they wanted to have a relaxed, joyful ceremony. At one point, they talked about a destination wedding in Arizona. But after that, details became unclear. The couple posted fewer photos together. They rarely mentioned wedding planning. Interviews became more vague. Rumors began to spread that things were not as perfect as they once seemed. By the start of 2025, fans noticed changes. Matt spent more time in Oregon. He was working on a new house project near the farm. Karen was often in Arizona. She spent time with her children and grandkids. There were holidays spent apart. Valentine's Day came and went without a single post or photo together. Speculation increased. Some fans believed they were just taking space. Others felt something was wrong. Karen's divorce announcement confirmed what many had suspected. In the post, she said, "This was not an easy decision. We tried. But after much thought, we believe this is best for both of us. We want peace. We want clarity. We want to move forward with kindness." Matt did not comment right away. The next morning, he posted a short message. It read, "Karen and I have had many good years. We've shared laughs, work, and growth. This chapter is ending, but I will always be grateful for her time in my life." In the days following the announcement, more details came out. Karen's representative confirmed they had been legally married in early 2024. The wedding was private and not televised. A few friends and family members attended. It was held in Arizona. There were no photos released to the public. According to sources, Karen and Matt kept it quiet to avoid pressure from the show's audience. After the wedding, they split their time between Arizona and Oregon. But soon after, problems started. They had different priorities. Matt wanted to stay busy with construction and business plans. Karen wanted rest, travel, and family connection. When Matt returned to Roloff Farms full-time, Karen stayed in Arizona longer. They communicated less. By fall 2024, they were living apart. The divorce filing was made in January 2025 in the state of Arizona. Records show that the divorce was uncontested. No children were involved. Assets were separated easily. Karen kept her Arizona home and personal savings. Matt retained ownership of Roloff Farms, his Oregon property, and business assets. There were no fights over finances or land. Close friends of the couple said the split was calm. They did not argue publicly. They simply came to the realization that their lives were headed in different directions. Karen's son said, "My mom deserves peace. She was strong and quiet for many years. Now she gets to live on her own terms." A member of the Roloff family said, "It's sad. We all liked her. But sometimes love just changes." Karen has remained mostly private since the announcement. She posted a few nature photos. One caption read, "Healing, breathing, accepting." Another said, "It's okay to begin again." She was seen having lunch with a friend in Scottsdale. A local photographer caught her smiling, dressed in jeans and a loose sweater, walking with coffee in hand. Fans said she looked peaceful. Matt has continued working on the farm. He's shared photos of pumpkin season prep, construction equipment, and visits from his grandchildren. He posted a video from his tractor. In it, he spoke about building, staying focused, and turning a new page. He did not mention the divorce again, but fans read between the lines. In one comment he wrote, "Life keeps moving. All we can do is build forward." Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, has not commented publicly on the news. She remains married to Chris Merrick and continues her cooking and lifestyle projects. Tori and Zach Roloff said they were giving both Matt and Karen space. Jeremy and Audrey have not made any public statements. Some fans were curious about the show. TLC has not yet announced whether the next season of Little People, Big World will address the divorce. The show has followed the Roloff family through many personal moments over the years. Producers have said they will respect the privacy of Karen and Matt unless they choose to speak on camera. Reactions online have been mixed. Some fans are supportive. They write messages like, "We love you, Karen. Thank you for being part of the family." Others are surprised. One wrote, "I thought they were solid. This makes me sad." Some express concern for Matt. Others say they saw it coming. Most comments are respectful. Mental health professionals have noted how divorce in later life can be difficult but healing. They say public figures, like Karen, often carry extra weight due to audience expectations. Karen spent years trying to stay neutral between Matt and the rest of the family. Some fans noticed the pressure. They say she often looked tired, like she was holding back. Now, they believe she will find peace. Karen is now focused on her health. She's taking walks, spending time with her grandchildren, and doing yoga. A close friend said she's sleeping better and smiling more. She may return to TV or write a book, but nothing is confirmed. Right now, she's choosing quiet. Matt is still working on the farm's expansion. The new house he planned with Karen may now become a guest space. Or it may be sold. He said he'll decide later. For now, he's building a garden and focusing on his kids. The couple's joint business ventures have all been paused or dissolved. Karen will no longer attend pumpkin festival events. She has also left all shared social media pages. She's rebuilding her personal life step by step. In a final message before signing off social media for a while, Karen wrote, "Thank you to everyone who has shown love. I don't know what's next, but I know I have room to breathe now." Her words were simple, clear, and honest. Matt has returned to his routines. He spends time with grandkids, writes updates about farm life, and seems to be easing back into the pace of life alone. The divorce marks the end of a long, complex chapter. Karen and Matt once seemed inseparable, but time, change, and personal growth led them down separate paths. Their split was not loud, dramatic, or messy. It was quiet. It was honest. And it reflected two people realizing they needed something different. They both continue to receive support from fans, friends, and family. They remain civil. They no longer follow each other online, but they have mutual respect. They are not angry. They are not bitter. They are just done. Their story together is over, but both of them are writing new ones.